Hello YouTube. Today I'm going to be adjusting the mic trim on my Fishman Presys Blend 301 preamp. Just installed it yesterday and working on my Taylor Academy 10 guitar here. Actually installed the preamp the same day the guitar came with CPS, so got that out of the way. But there's one last step, which is adjusting the mic trim. Now if you look at the Fishman manual here, I marked my page. There we go. So basically, we want to adjust the little plastic screw inside so that there's a good balance when you have the mic blend in the middle between the microphone and the piezo pickup. Now I notice on mine the microphone is super loud. Like basically as soon as you start turning up the mic blend from 0, the mic pretty much overpowers the piezo. So I'm pretty sure mine needs to be adjusted. So let's look at how you go about doing that. I'll move that manual out of the way. So now we're gonna open it up. Sorry, I was trying to get away from me. So now when you have it open, you can see it right there. So that's your adjuster. So you're going to take a little screwdriver like this one, put it in that hole right there, and gently turn it. Now I'm not going to do it right now because I don't have it plugged in. My thought is that the best way to do this probably would be to do it with a pair of headphones. That way you're not hearing the guitar coming from the guitar as much, and I think it would be easier to make the adjustments on there. So that's what I'm going to do next. If you look at mine, you'll notice that the screw thing is pretty much just level. So we'll see where it ends up when I'm done adjusting it. Okay, so I'm back, and as you can probably see, my guitar strap arrived while I was in between working on it. So I did do the trim control. Let's see here. So in the case of mine, I ended up basically turning it all the way down as far as it would go. Now, I'm sure that it's going to be highly individualized depending on your guitar. In my particular case, even with the mic trim all the way down, the mic was still pretty loud when you start to blend them with the mic blend knob. I'm not really sure what that's about, but I'm not worried about it either. My slot is really deep. I don't know if that might be a factor. So you can see the pencil marking there. That's how much it raised the bridge after I put the piezo, the braided copper piezo in there. So yeah, it was in there really deep before, so I don't know if that's a factor or not, but yeah, it sounds fine. One thing I wanted to mention is when you go to test it, if you do it with headphones, when you go to make the adjustment, keep in mind it may sound like shit. If you're plugging it into a guitar amp and you're plugging in headphones, I plugged it into my Line 6 Spider and I was like, that doesn't sound right. And it's just because it's a guitar amp. So yeah, I've recorded the thing since then, and it sounds great. I think it's really just a matter of if you're plugging into something that's meant for an electric guitar, that you've EQ'd for an electric guitar, it maybe won't sound as great as you might hope it would initially. So just keep that in mind. I was a little worried at first when I went and did it, but it worked out fine. So really, the video, I don't know how helpful it is, but I figured I would let folks know in case they hadn't done it, or in case they didn't have a manual, in case they saw that little white knobby thing and didn't know what it was. So hopefully this video is helpful, at least a little bit, and thanks for watching. Oh, and I don't know if I mentioned it before, but this is one of the China Fishmans, I suppose folks call them, the ones that you get from eBay for 20 or 25 bucks. So it's working great.